Aloha, this is Santa surfing again. Welcome to Beach Broadcast. Today is Monday, June 9th, 2025. I covered a lot in my part one about what is going on with the riots, how it's leading to many things, many events. This was something that was posted by President Trump through his Il Donato. Now in part two, it's the same word. The secret word is will, W-I-L-L, will. And on Wednesday, I'm going to drop a form. The first 5 people, this is only on YouTube. I'll drop the form in the description. The first 5 people that could fill out that form with the correct answer will win a prize. Our show is sponsored by Pain Absolve and BODYSCULPT. And these are sponsors that have been around for a long time with us. Pain Absolve is a natural supplement, does relieve pain, doesn't make you drowsy. BODYSCULPT, what a great time to start. You lose inches and weight quickly, excuse me. And I'm also taking brain energy, guys, so I'm a little, but so it does help quickly, and then you stabilize after that, which is fantastic. You don't feel weak either. For those that have shared their experiences, they don't feel weak. They are offering a free bottle with any combo package, and for any order, a single pack order or a combo, they're giving away this Trump bobblehead. So contact them by going to the sponsor link below. Before I get started, I want to go ahead and enlighten you with Papi Trumpo, President Trump using his Il Donato Trumpo accounts on different platforms. He has it on Truth, on Telegram, and also on X. He posted this. Now, Third Eye Pie, she is somebody that asked, "Are you Papi Trumpo?" And he says, "Yeah, I think so," with a big old beautiful smile. So watch this. He posted this post of this exchange on August 3rd of last year. And for many of you, you already know he's Papi Trumpo. Heck, we remember when he only had 20,000 people on his account. Now he's got, I don't know, 1 million, 2 million people there. But we know that this has been President, and this is President Trump's, his snarky account. But once this was posted, a lot of huge accounts started following it and started replying to it. Check this out.
Win this. You are. You're going to win this.
We're going to win.
Yes, we are.
We don't win, this country is finished.
Appreciate you guys.
Are you Papi Trumpo?
Yeah, I think so.
Isn't that great? I mean, right there, it validates President Trump isn't going to go out there and say, "Oh yeah, sure I am." No, he's validating that it is coming from President Trump. So, and then again, this is on Il Donato Trumpo, which is Il Presidento on Truth. He ironically posts a surfer post, and President Trump, real Donald Trump account, does reply to it. Elon Musk is a great guy loaded with personality and brain power. He's definitely a high IQ person. He goes on and talks about him. He's at beautiful Mar-a-Lago concert right now, and the crowd absolutely loves him. Thank you. Okay. For a lot of the surfers, we've been following Papi Trumpo on all of his platforms since 2021, when we all got the big old boot. And about a month later, Papi Trumpo popped up, and it's been just absolutely wonderful. But Papi posted this over the weekend. Insurrection. Elon posted, most entertaining outcome is most likely. And Dan Scavino posted that video that I showed in part one about President Trump going to the store and getting some popcorn. Again, President Trump through Il Donato says, send in the National Guard. He reposted a truth post by President Trump of Governor Newsom of California and Mayor Karen Bass of LA can't do their job, which everyone knows they can't, then the federal government will step in and solve the problem. Riots and looters the way it should be. Okay, it gets even bigger and bigger, guys, as I go on with this podcast. Last Monday, there were a lot of signs about that. It looked like violence was going to start erupting because of many things that are going to be coming out. And now that the liberals are pushing for the Epstein list, many, many other things are going to start evolving. Again, Fauci, he got his phones, our FBI has his phone, so they're going to look into the data. Many other things are starting to pop up. But remember what President Trump said. Some of you may have seen some of the videos of what these horrible rioters, thugs, domestic terrorists do or are doing and have done. And remember what President Trump said when many of his speeches, but particularly this one here, when he talked about what would happen to them. Check this out.
We also have many violent criminals in our country, however, that did not necessarily come here illegally. but have been arrested 30 times, 35 times, 41, 42 times in a couple of cases, 25 times, 18 times, many for murder and other heinous charges such as pushing people into subways. As the train's coming along at 45 miles an hour, boom, you get pushed into the subway. They had it last week. Hitting them in the head with baseball bats while they're not looking, punching old ladies in the face, knocking them unconscious and stealing their purse. They even break into apartments and rape elderly women and beat up elderly men, beat them to hell. And I don't want these violent repeat offenders in our country any more than I want illegal aliens from other countries who misbehave. And I say, and this is subject to getting it approved, but if they've been arrested many, many times, they're repeat offenders by many numbers, I want them out of our country. I also will be seeking permission to do so. We're going to get approval, hopefully, to get them the hell out of our country along with others. Let them be brought to a foreign land and maintained by others for a very small fee as opposed to be maintained in our jails for massive amounts of money, including the private prison companies that charge us a fortune.
Okay. So, and this script right here is President Trump, through his Il Donato account, he posted, El Salvador president is offering to take our criminals into his prisons for a moderate fee. My kind of guy. Then he posted right after that, I hope Antifa speaks Spanish. Remember, this is what the prison looks like. And these are hardened criminals. They have no special treatment. They have no padded, they sleep on metal beds. They share one bath, it's really a horrible, horrible situation. And if they want to kind of cut off any time that they have to serve, they can work in the huge manufacturing plant. During the George Floyd debacle, Trump designates Antifa as a terrorist organization after blaming members for violent protests across America following the death of George Floyd. So they are designated as a domestic terrorist organization. This is war, guys. President Trump, through Il Donato, already hinted that last week. Rioters in LA are now engaging the National Guard. This happened yesterday. Check this out.
Acceptable, and you can see how quickly the Trump. Okay, so they're throwing somebody just threw a bottle at law enforcement. They're throwing bottles at law enforcement. Okay, we're gonna move back. We're gonna move back. We're gonna move back. We're gonna stay at a safe distance. So what you saw there, that was law enforcement protecting themselves. That was the National Guard protecting themselves. They're firing more. Okay, so we have the flashbangs going off. Going off right now. That is because there were several protesters who threw things at the officer.
Christina, we want to make sure you stay safe.
CNN is also confirming that these masked people, they're dressed, these are the Antifa, they're dressed in military garb to throw off the law enforcement. They're waiting for the nighttime. And they're also very concerned that it'll get very, very, very violent. This is the overpass of where they're hurling stones and rocks to the police officers. CNN also referenced that everyone was wearing a mask. What did President Trump do? He gave them fair warning yesterday afternoon. Great job by the National Guard in Los Angeles. After 2 days of violence, clashes, and unrest, we have an incompetent governor and mayor who were, as usual, just look at how they handled the fires. And now they're very slow permitting disaster. Federal permitting is complete. Unable to handle the task. These radical left protests by instigators and often paid troublemakers will not be tolerated. Also, from now on, masks will not be allowed to be worn at protests. What do these people have to hide and why? Again, thank you to the National Guard for a job well done. But rather than Gavin Newsom apologizing, listen to what he says.
Get your hands off these poor people. They're just trying to live their lives, man. Trying to live their lives, paying their taxes. Been here 10 years. The fear, the horror. The hell is this guy? Come after me, arrest me. Let's just get it over with. Tough guy. You know, I don't give a damn. But I care about my community. I care about this community. The hell are they doing? These guys need to grow up. They need to stop. And we need to push back. And I'm sorry to be so clear, but that kind of bloviating is exhausting. So, Tom, arrest me. Let's go.
The perception.
Tom Homan, I sure hope you heard him loud and clear. He is daring you and President Trump to arrest him. And he's talking. What he fails to mention is that these people are illegal aliens living off the tax dollars. Did Newsom house every single one of them on his properties with his Auntie Nancy Pelosi's property? Heck no. They got tax dollars. Did you know that many states, these liberal states, I know in Hawaii it was like this, they got paid more money to keep those areas, the streets of where the homeless people live, clean rather than to house them. How sick is that? They get paid to go ahead and provide all these beautiful benefits for all the illegals while we have homeless veterans. We have homeless families, American families sitting out on the streets. Yeah, arrest this dude. I know he's already been dealt with. The real one's already been dealt with, but we got to see this all come out and play out publicly. Today, President Trump, or late last night, President Trump posted this: arrest the people in face masks now and looking really bad in LA, bring in the troops. We are getting so close to go time, guys. President Trump posted this through his Il Donato account. Again, it says, might be time to drop this bad boy. He has not ever alluded to. He posted this once before and saying, is it time? With a question mark. Now he's being a little bit more definitive about might be time to drop this bad boy. Guys, what is this? If you're not following Q, but you are a conservative, my fellow Americans, the storm is upon us. We have been waiting for this tweet for many years. It is Q55. Q55, look to Twitter, exactly this. My fellow Americans, the storm is upon us. God bless. What does that mean? Back in October of 2017, after President Trump did his world tours, most of them, he still had to visit the UK in 2018, this is what was reported.
Thank you very much, everybody.
From the Oval Office tonight, President Trump with a wink and a tease.
Thank you very much. You'll find out.
Revealing no new details about the meaning of this cryptic comment during a reception with military leaders and their spouses Thursday night.
You guys know what this represents?
Tell us, sir.
Maybe it's the calm before the storm.
What's the storm?
Could be the calm before the storm.
What storm is the president?
You'll find out.
What's he talking about? The White House insisting President Trump never tips his hand.
We're never going to say in advance what the president's going to do.
It's unclear whether the president was just toying around, deflecting from the political storm engulfing his administration, or previewing some new action.
The oblivious fake news media, they have no clue what's going on. We, as anon surfers, we have been waiting for this moment. Today, this afternoon, President Trump tweeted, or truth, this: we made a great decision in sending the National Guard to deal with the violent, instigated riots in California. If we had not done so, Los Angeles would have been completely obliterated. The very incompetent Governor Gavin Newsom and Mayor, quote-unquote, Mayor Karen Bass should be saying, thank you, President Trump. You are so wonderful. We would be nothing without you, sir. Instead, they chose to lie to the people of California and America by saying that we weren't needed and that these are peaceful protests. Just one look at the pictures and videos of the violence and destruction tells you all you need to know. We will always do what is needed to keep our citizens safe so we can together make America great again. Last night on June 8th, President Trump posted paid insurrectionists. Again, follow the money. Where does it all lead to? President Trump earlier today on June 9th, he said this while he is talking to reporters outside.
Are they people ICE is trying to deport, or are they professional agitators?
The people that are causing the problem are professional agitators. They're insurrectionists. They're bad people. They should be in jail. Thank you.
President Trump through Il Donato posted today, time to take America back, and that was last night, excuse me. And today, no more blank hole immigrants. Q's been helping us out by giving us a lot of information to prepare ourselves. This is a tomorrow Delta, June 10th Delta. Do Anons understand what is about to be unleashed? President Trump, he posted this on Saturday, a a once great American city, Los Angeles has been invaded and occupied by illegal aliens and criminals, now violent insurrectionists. Mobs are swarming and attacking our federal agents to try and stop our deportation operations. But these lawless riots only strengthen our resolve. I am directing Kristi Noem and Pete Hegseth and Pam Bondi in coordination with all other relevant departments and agencies to take such action to liberate Los Angeles from the migrant invasion and put an end to the migrant riots. Order will be restored, the illegals will be expelled, and Los Angeles will be set free. Thank you for your attention to this matter. This is a call to action. Notice that he is talking about our territory is being invaded and occupied, which would be in violation of the law of war, the DOD manual law of war under belligerent occupation. It's under chapter 11, section 3. Notice how he says insurrectionist. Whoever incites, sets on foot, assists, or engages in any rebellion or insurrection against the authority of the United States of the laws thereof, or gives aid or comfort thereto, shall be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 10 years or both, and shall be incapable of holding any office under the United States. Now, treason would be if you're aiding and abetting and giving comfort to another nation. If, and again, you decide, if these rioters are all supporting the people that come from different countries and are citizens of a different country, are they aiding and giving comfort to them? Are these dingbat politicians out there that are saying that are anti-ICE and they're protesting against what President Trump is trying to do, President Trump and the military is trying to do, are they committing definitely acts of insurrection, but are they also committing treason? And our show is sponsored by JUVENT. JUVENT is a micro-impact technology. It's engineered just for you. It says just 20 minutes a day. I actually do 10 minutes a day, and you could just feel your body just after. It has a slight vibration to it. You just stand on it for 10 minutes, and then the pain in your body eventually starts to go away. As many of you know, I've had many surgeries, major surgeries, but 3 major surgeries since I started podcasting, and I don't have the pain in my knee, my lower back, or actually both my knees and my shoulder. So the benefits are for bones, mobility, and recovery. It's safe and non-invasive, and it is patented. It does have a technology that's patented, and it was featured on Biohack documentary with Bobby Kennedy. So all you do is plug it in and stand on it for 10 minutes a day, and you're done. So please visit JUVENT by going to juvent.com/Santa, or click on the sponsor link below, and it'll connect you to JUVENT. Enter the promo code Santa to get $300 off, and they are offering a 6-week money-back guarantee if it's not working within those 6 weeks. And he says illegals will be expelled. He didn't say illegal aliens. He said illegals will be expelled. Is he talking about everybody that's doing things illegally? Remember President Trump. He wants the members, the dirty, as he called them, lowlifes in Congress to get expelled. It was a May 1st post, and he says down here, these are total lowlifes who hate our country and everything it stands for. Perhaps we should start playing this game on them and expel Democrats for the many crimes they have committed. And these are real crimes. So again, he's talking about expelling illegals, and are they, again, what they're doing is considered illegal. Their acts are illegal. Tom Homan is giving us an update of what's really going on.
And ICE took a lot of bad people off the street that day. We arrested a sexual predator, arrested gang members, arrested somebody that had an armed robbery conviction. So we made L.A. safer. The men and women at ICE, the men and women at the Border Patrol made L.A. safer that day. But you're not hearing any of this. All you hear is a rhetoric about ICE being racist, about ICE being Nazis and terrorists. And Governor Newsom feeds that. Just like Hakeem Jeffrey feeds it, that he's going to unmask ICE agents. And the members of Congress who keep feeding this rhetoric, they're the ones that are causing this riot because they don't listen to the truth about what the men and women at ICE are doing. We're keeping our promise to American people to make these streets safe again. And that's exactly what we're going to do. And we're not going to stop doing it.
And of course, the Democrat Congress people are out right now and they are inciting. They're saying that we have to free the illegals. They're actually saying they're actually committing acts of illegal acts. Now, we have seen this many times before and that nothing has happened. But it just doesn't it just seem a lot closer now, because Maxine Waters did give a hint in my last podcast. I went through a little clip about how she brought up President Trump's birthday and how there's supposed to be a big military parade. Well, check this out. The Verity Report on X was posting, the left is recruiting and paying rioters. Summer of Love 2.0 vibes are strong. I'm hearing of planned, mostly peaceful protests scheduled nationwide for Saturday, June 14th. This is Flag Day, and when Trump is scheduled a military parade. It's under Central LA General Labor. The ad has been removed, talking about how much they're paying. We're looking for the toughest blank in the city of Los Angeles. And you have to have mental toughness, bravery, may face danger, reliability. You show up when it counts, no excuses, no disappearing acts, strength and mental. You can endure discomfort, pain, stress, and stay focused. Bonus experience, military, not Marines, law enforcement, private security background. To apply, send your name, contact number, and be prepared to talk to us on the phone. And Craigslist says remove that post. This is a site called nokings.org, a note on Washington, D.C. June 14th, Donald Trump wants tanks in the streets and a made-for-TV display of dominance for his birthday. This is an anti-Trump site. A spectacle meant to look like strength, but real power isn't staged in Washington. It rises up elsewhere. For that reason, No Kings is not hosting an event in Washington, D.C. We will instead have major flagship march and rally in Philadelphia to draw a clear contrast between our people-powered movement and the costly, wasteful, and un-American birthday parade in Washington, D.C. And you can RSVP here. I'm not encouraging anyone to do this at all. J.D. Vance, Wall Street Apes posted this, but J.D. Vance had talked about why the left is fighting so hard right now for these anti-ICE protests that are going on, not just in California. I'll share a map in just a moment. Listen to him carefully.
This is an important point. Again, I didn't realize this until a few weeks ago. California has 5 more congressional representatives than it should. Do you know why? They count illegal aliens for purposes of assigning apportionment in Congress.
And this is very big. This is posted by Amuse on also Wall Street Apes on X. Without illegal aliens, Republicans would have 27-seat advantage in the House. They know if they lose that stranglehold. Right now, we just have a handful of an advantage in the House. They know if they lose that stranglehold, they're done. There are anti-ICE protests, as they're calling it, planned for all around the nation. And they're planning it on June 14th, which happens to be the military parade day, as well as celebration for President Trump's birthday, which happens to also be Flag Day. These are the cities that they are targeting right now. And I'm hearing from other people from different cities that they are hitting the bigger cities right now. President Trump today, with a meeting with cabinet leaders, as well as other like businesses like Uber and Goldman Sachs. This is what he had to say about the National Guard. He's having this presser on June 9th, 2025.
Some of the things you're reading about in Los Angeles, thank goodness we sent out some wonderful National Guard. They've really helped in a lot of problems that we're having out there. And we sent out the troops, and they've done a fantastic job. So I want to thank them very much.
The Democrats are fighting so hard because this is the end of the Democrat Party. Once their illegals which are their voters, goes bye-bye, they have nothing. They are also anti the one big beautiful bill. Some of you may have looked at the bill, but here's some kind of key bullet points. This is actually put together by Richard Hudson. He is a Republican congressman, and he put down the 50 big things, largest tax cuts in U.S. history. They don't, and I'm not going to go through the whole list, but I just want to kind of stress some points. They need those taxes high. They needed the money to funnel through to the IRS, through their Federal Reserve, because they're in cahoots with them. Tariff funds go into the Department of Homeland Security department, which means Congress can't get a hold of it. The DHS is run by Christine Noem, and she is a avid Trump supporter. She is all about making America great again, America first, et cetera, et cetera. So they can't get there, but they have their little minions working over at the Federal Reserve and the IRS. So what that means is that they're not going to be able to take money out. Remember, their U.S. aid funds, which was really big, is bye-bye. So President Trump, he's doing many things about cutting taxes. Again, tariffs will offset the taxes at some point. It talks about a trade deficit of $1.6 trillion. Who wouldn't want to vote for this bill? It also raises take-home pay by up to $13,300, even if it were half of that. Imagine how much your life can change, how your life will change even if you had an additional $500 a month, even if it was half of that, right? It would be very different. Again, President Trump is also lowering prices on many things. You may not see it in your state yet, but in the state I'm in right now, it's getting lowered. I mean, gas price, like I said, it's still at $2.69 a gallon, and eggs are dropping as well. And then it hires 18,000 border ICE agents, and it has a $2,500 tax credit, ends Medicaid for 1.4 million illegal immigrants. So bye-bye for the Medicaid for those immigrants. They're no longer going to, well, they'll be out of this country anyway. And it has work requirements for welfare. So if you're able to work, but you're collecting welfare, a government subsidy, but you're able to work, the Democrats don't like that because who are they they need to pay people. They need those rioters out there. I hate to say this, but not all of you are like that. But I'm saying some people that's how the Democrats really position this. They want you to be reliant on government subsidies so that they can control you. He's doing full expensing for U.S. factories. Actually, he's bringing back the bonus depreciation retroactive as of January 20th of this year, which those of you that understand that, how big that is. Again, the Democrats don't want these tax cuts. They don't want these tax benefits. They don't want anything for you. They want it because they cannot line their pockets anymore. And the list goes on and on and on. Their rioters are right now, they're just tearing down sidewalks, using the cement as a weapon. And so that they can go ahead and hurl that at the police officers. And if you're in the way, I don't think they really care. Part of their funding is coming from a grant from the Biden DHS. They called the Coalition for Humane Immigrant Rights. The storm is definitely upon them. President Trump, he truthed this today, June 9th. At 2:47 p.m. East Coast time, if they spit, we will hit. This is a statement from the President of the United States concerning the catastrophic Gavin Newsom inspired riots going on in Los Angeles. The insurrectionists have a tendency to spit on the face of National Guardsmen, women, and others. These patriots are told to accept this. It's just the way life runs, but not to the Trump administration. If they spit, we will hit. And I promise you, they will be hit harder than they ever have been hit before. Such disrespect will not be tolerated. Hey surfers, this is for you. They're giving us so many viral videos for the midterms. President Trump surfing the red wave, the red tidal wave. And the storm in the literal and figurative sense for the Democrats is they're getting hit from all angles, in their pocket, from the agencies, from the control they used to have, from getting exposed for all the fraud, for the lies, for the cheating that they used the illegals. This is RFK. This is big news. RFK removes all members of CDC panel advising U.S. on vaccines. How big is this? So they're not getting, and of course, Robert Kennedy, he's already exposed that the Congress people, as well as SCOTUS, they had lobbyists working for them, big pharmaceutical lobbyists. So all these big, dirty companies that were trying to just destroy our lives, they don't have any power whatsoever. And now Trump, he is dropping one bomb after another. So while all of this is happening, he's still running the country as business as usual. So the riots are circulating through different major cities, and I also heard in Ireland. So please, please, please be careful. We know this is California. They are a red state. I believe they are a red state. So will that be exposed? Can you imagine having the midterms next year, and all of a sudden every single state is red? Maybe not Hawaii. Every single state is red. How big would that be? That would be a huge reveal, and that is the Democrat Party is done. I'll keep you posted as the week goes on. But Q has posted this on June 2nd, and it has been 1 week as of today. Boom, boom, boom. A week to remember. Dark to light, blackout necessary. And then remember this Delta that we had of June 6th, which is the armor of God prayer. So just to be strong in the Lord and just put on the armor of God. So please stay safe and just spend time with God and be prepared. We've mentioned this many times, but this seems like it's a lot more imminent than any other events that have occurred. I just pray and ask God to just help you get through these moments. And I know there's a lot of former military men that are patriots and anons, and you want to fight with the military to get these thugs off the streets. I've seen some posts on that. I'm going to just do a little bit more digging on that as well. But remember, God doesn't want his children to be cowards and just have cleat marks on our faces. He fought for us. He wants us to fight for him, and he wants us to fight for what is good and what is right. So please just stand strong with God and just rely on him and know that he's got you. God bless you abundantly, and I will have a show soon. Aloha.